Hello everyone, and welcome back to another book discussion. And so today we are talking about Dreaming the Divine, which also is Sacred Sleep. So I have two copies, and I think it's the exact same book, different publishers. So I did not read through this, but I have flipped through it, and it seems to have the exact same information. This was published in '92 by a different publishing company than the traditional ones we see with Scott Cunningham, such as this one, which is Llewellyn. So I did read this one, and I'll mention this because I bought these used. And this book in particular was such an interesting thing to find. And I believe I actually mentioned this in the Samhain 2021 vlog that's on Patreon. But like, it's got a stampy thing and a bind rune of a person. So I don't know if this is an ex-witch. I don't know if they died. I don't know. But this used to belong probably to someone in the witchy persuasion, and somehow ended up in a used book store thing, and I got it. Not like an online one. The used bookstores around here, there's not that many witchy books to be found because Utah is not exactly the hub of witches. So anyways, we're going to be talking about the 1999 edition because that's the one I got. So overall, this book was such a fun read. Again, I love Scott Cunningham, so I am definitely really biased because I feel like his writing is very easy for everyone to understand. He doesn't try and over-explain things, and yet he still has this level of, you just know he was knowledgeable and could easily go into far more detail if you wanted him to, but he tried to keep it very accessible for people. And I love his main message, which, to be honest, it feels like it kind of gets lost in the age of social media, which is that your spirituality is very unique to you, it's very personable, and it's all about, you know, your personal gnosis, and it doesn't have to be verified because it's fine. It's just what works for you. And like, it doesn't feel like as many newer authors and influencers tend to mention that little detail as much, especially in the circles that I've kind of seen on the interwebs. And it's just always refreshing to just have that reading of, well, you know, like, this is what they did in the past, and this is how we're making it modern and making it to work for you. And so if that's kind of your speed of spirituality, definitely a good book to pick up. So part one goes over like the history of various cultures and how they use sleep and the divine to help with various things. Am I gonna have a baby? Do I need to get a divorce? Like the usual life things. They would go to these temples in various cultures and would have different, you know, rituals set up to have a divine sleep. Or I think in some of them they would even have like a person who would sleep for the other person or help them like interpret and stuff like that. And again, just kind of the history, and the next sections start going over kind of modernly different types of dreams and different ways to kind of interpret them, how to set it up in a modern way. And there is one part that kind of walks you through like a specific kind of routine to do and goes into details of each step, and it's pretty much its own chapter of how to set this all up. And it definitely gave me a lot of inspiration to set up my own little sleep altar thing by my bed, so that, you know, have your dream journal, and you might have statues or something to help with dreaming and things like that, connecting with your guides. Doesn't necessarily have to be like sleep deities per se, because obviously working with the ones that you do, they can talk to you. It's fine, they all are capable of doing it. They're the deities after all. But it was really nice to have it very explicitly laid out and give you a bunch of ideas. So of course I definitely recommend picking up a Scott Cunningham book, and this is one that of course I would recommend, specifically if you are looking for dream books. There are plenty out there that tell you what the symbols mean, but this book, I feel like it really helps you to get into it more as a witch, so that you can understand the symbols and what they mean to you. One thing that he really focused on was that context is key, and that's definitely true. Everyone has different life experiences. What one thing means to me will be very different to you, such as seeing a piano in a dream. It's gonna have a very different meaning from you to me because we have different life experiences. And he talks about like recording that and kind of making your own glossary of meanings and then using that in context. So anyways, such a good book if you are needing one to start working with the divine in a dream state or working on sleep and communication and stuff like that, astral projection during sleep, definitely recommend this book. So that is going to be it. Of course, on Patreon we will be doing the extended discussion where we talk about the different quotes of things that stood out to me. So if you are a patron, be looking for that. It'll be posted today. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.